before I get going again, I really need to get some food going into my body. So if you want to talk about something, tell me how you're doing. Saturn, are you still around? How are you doing today? I know they say you're not supposed to eat on Twitch, but like, I don't really give a shit right now. So is there anyone in chat studying Japanese? Or is it just me today? Miss Bustler is here. How's the banana? I'm not eating a banana, I'm eating a burrito. Although maybe a banana would have been better. Oh, okay. I am trying to eat a burrito, but it kind of exploded in the microwave, so I'm like... How did you confuse that for a banana? Same color, I guess? I don't know. It tastes very meaty for a banana. Gotta tell you. On my screen, your name is actually yellow, but like a banana. But I don't think you've chosen that. I think it's just a random color choice. And there's Saturn sketches. What are you sketching? Are you sketching right now? I really need to work on my overlays to give me like a food on my face. That's great. Like, how do I get food on my face? This is being recorded too for all time. What I was saying was like, I do have other views. Like I have this other view, which is like in case I want to have a long chat session or something, I can do that. But like, I haven't put nearly as much effort into it as the other screen. So like, I usually spend most of my time here. This does exist, but like, I don't know. I need to do something with it because this by itself doesn't. Looks pretty generic. I think it could be better. I tried to put the study overlay down here, but it doesn't work as well as it does on the main screen. Plus, you can see me eating all my food. I should call it the food view. I have like a taco down the bottom or a burrito or something. Like, you know, that would be kind of cool actually. Normalize taking breaks. Like, I just have a break every hour on the hour. It's like, it's food time and I've got to shove more food in my mouth. Completely unrelated to the stream I'm trying to do. Now I want the other camera you're trying to hook up to show your plate. You don't want to see this plate. It exploded in the microwave. It's a mess. It's definitely not a gourmet burrito. Enjoy the meal together. Well, I've been thinking about this. So, have a look at the camera that this is on right now, right? This is actually a full SLR with a really expensive lens on it. I actually didn't buy this lens with the intention of streaming with it. I just happened to buy it, and then like, then lockdown happened, and I didn't have a use for it. So I'm like, I can use this for streaming, which gives me the nice soft background. But it is kind of not that great in terms of like, can I draw on this screen? I don't think I've got the draw element on the screen. The bokeh. It's actually a Japanese word. That's something I can look up. Bokeh is, let's see, blur, lack of focus, or unsharpness. There you go. I brought it full circle back to Japanese. But yeah, it was never my intent to use this camera, and so I ended up because I wasn't sure how much time I was going to spend streaming, I ended up buying some pretty cheap. They weren't cheap. They're $80 for a capture card. But in terms of capture cards, they're cheap. And so this should be 1080p, but it's actually 720. And I suspect sometimes it might even be less, because if you actually look at the video coming out of the camera, it's much more detailed than what you can see on the screen. And that's saying something, because it is actually pretty detailed. Like, it picks up the stubble on my face really well, which makes me petrified to go on stream without shaving. But anyway, so, and then the other capture card is hooked up to the computer here, so you can see what the game is playing. If I had more capture cards than that, like, shit just doesn't work. I bought this thing a while ago, which is a cam link, which is meant to be really good. If I put my face over it, will it focus? Yeah, go on. Eventually, well, there we go. So this thing is like a 4K capture card that you can just like plug an HDMI input in, and then off you go. The problem is either I don't have enough USB bandwidth on my little computer, or my GPU on my computer is just not good enough, which I suspect is the case. Because I plugged that in and everything goes to shit. Like, the last time I plugged it in, people couldn't hear me on the microphone anymore, because everything was just that bad. Anyway, in order to plug in a second camera, I think, well, one, I need something to mount it up high. I tried mounting it on this. This is not a good idea. It doesn't work very well. But I will need a better capture card. And the better capture cards you can get are they're really PC. And actually, Elgato just released like a 4 HDMI port capture card that you can just plug into a PC. But I don't actually have a full PC. I just have like a little dinky little, what do they call those things? NUCs. A new unit or compute, which is like it's about the size of a router, and you can play games on it. It's really good, but like, it doesn't capture things. It doesn't, well, you can't plug anything apart from a hard drive and memory into it. So like, I can't plug a capture card into it. So if I wanted to go and have a second camera, just so you can see what I'm eating right now, that's going to be a few $100s for the capture card, and then like another $1,000 for another PC, which is like, I don't know if I want it, you know? I mean, I kind of do, but kind of don't. Worth every penny, just so you can see me eat. You can see me eat anytime. I should have an ASMR eating stream. You'd have to go box to box. Box to box. What are you talking about, Miss Mustard? Oh, the snack box subscription. Yeah, I did that a couple of times. I think if this is the same company I'm thinking about, a friend of a friend actually runs that company. Like, and I got some discount subscriptions for the first couple of months. So I tried it, and like, it was really interesting. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's about 50-50, the stuff that I like versus the stuff I didn't like. And then some of the stuff I just never got around to eating. And so like, it wasn't worth it. Like, I have very particular tastes, and I can serve those tastes pretty well if I just go to a Japanese supermarket and pick out what I want. You know, on the other hand, though, there's a company that makes stationery boxes. Like, you buy a box every month, and like every month there's a different theme, and like you get different things every month. And I've done that a couple of times, and they're pretty neat. Yeah. And Miss Mustard says, "Yeah, I suspect the benefit of those boxes is here. Try something conveniently that you'd never pick up on your own." Yes, or here, like, here's a whole bunch of surplus stock that we can't get rid of, or like the promotional stock that we have that someone wants you to have so that you can buy more of it. Like, it doesn't really work out. Well, I have considered it, because like now you can get those things like it's a slightly different thing. You know, over Christmas, they have advent calendars for everything now, and one of the things you can get is like an advent calendar of whiskey. And so you can go, it's cost like $500, but you can get like a box of 12 different whiskeys. Not full whiskeys, but like the little sampler bottles like together in one package. I'm like, that could be worth it. That's something I could imagine like sitting there going through and going like, yeah, I really enjoy this. I know a couple of folks that would like that, yeah. I think my dad might like that too. I'm just noticing that I have more viewers now that I've stopped playing the game and I'm just eating food than I have usually, which is fascinating to me. Who's watching me eat? Who are you and what are you doing here? I think I'm going to do this just as a joke to make the food view. That's something I could do actually. Just make sure I have a Japanese snack every week. Oh, well, today it's really lunch. I should have just eaten lunch before I got on stream. Alright. Give me a second. I need to clean up, and then I will be back.